hair. I'm going to show you how to add your elastic band. So this is what the wig looks like. To start, all I did was I removed the lace and I removed the excess lace, and I adjusted the straps. I haven't done anything else, but I just wanted to show you guys what the hair looks like to start. I think this is a great start, and the first thing I noticed is how soft this hair truly feels. Those first few steps were self-explanatory. Now I'm going to place the wig on my mannequin head. I'm showing you those little flaps that I was talking about and how I'm going to place the elastic band on those flaps, and I just get right to sewing. The cool thing about this is if you place the elastic onto those flaps and then you put it on and it doesn't fit right, you can always unsew and, you know, re-sew it until you get it perfectly right. Just make sure that when you do sew it down that you kind of not necessarily take your time, but just like make sure that you put enough thread and sew it tight enough that it does not come loose, because I've had that happen before. And now I'm flipping it to the other side. I was trying to do it on the cap, but it just wasn't working, so I'm going to just hold it, because this is how I actually do it. I never used the mannequin. I just thought the mannequin was a great way to be able to show you guys. But I lined it up exactly where I wanted it, and now I'm going to sew it down and make it as secure as possible. I'm not the best with sewing, so my sewing is not like perfectly uniform, but it does the job. Now whenever I finish, I cut off the excess thread. I also triple knot it, and that helps it to not come apart. Now we're going to switch out the old wig with the new, and this is basically how I put it on, like a football helmet. I did put on that brown wig cap as well. I forgot to add some powder to the wig cap, but I'm going to add powder to the parting, so it doesn't really matter. And I'm using mineralized skin finish from MAC in the color dark. Feel free to use whatever powder works for you. There was some pre-made baby hair, so I went ahead and separated it from the rest of the hair. Now I'm going to go ahead and trim it down a little lower. I don't really care to tweeze this wig. I feel like this will work just fine for me. But if you want to, obviously you can. I'm going to take some the Glueless gel. Sorry, that was a tongue twister. And just use my fingers and my rat tail comb to make baby hair that works great for me. I did cut the baby hair pretty short, and this is kind of how I like it most times. Like I said, always say I switch it up and do it different ways just to see what I like the most, but I like it when it's super short like this. I got a little lazy, so I didn't do the sides. I just kind of focused on where you would be able to see. I'm going to take some holding spray and kind of just work it into the hair so that the hair in the front can kind of stick up, and use the heat to reinforce it. Kind of like that. I don't really know how to explain that, but like how it kind of sticks up in the very front and like flips over. I'm going to take some oil sheen, and add it for a nice sheen to the hair. So hopefully that was pretty self-explanatory. When you add your elastic bands, it kind of helps the lace to look like it's coming out of your scalp. It just makes it fit so much tighter around the perimeter of your head. Even if the cap itself fits tight, adding an elastic band just makes it so much better, and it takes it to another level. Not to mention it also adds security, because when you tug and pull on it, it's less likely to move or shift. And then I also went ahead and styled it on camera. You guys seen I added a little bit of powder. I used my mineralized skin finish natural in medium, or actually in dark, and it was a little bit too light, so I will change that later on. But this did come pre-parted. What's cool about a wig that comes pre-parted, or a lace closure that comes pre-parted, is that you don't have to bleach the knots, because where the part is, there is no knots. All you have to do is blend it by adding a powder that's already the skin color, or your skin color, or your foundation color, into the parting. That way it won't be too light. I also did go ahead and make some baby hair. This wig did come with baby hair already available, so I just trimmed it down and just swooped it as usual. And then I just went ahead and, you know, added my other little products. I have all the products that I used linked down below, but nothing special. What I loved is that this wig already came pre-styled. The first thing that I noticed about this wig when I put it on is how soft the texture is. Super beautiful. It has some nice natural wave to it, and I like the fact that it is a side part, kind of like a light choppy bob, and I love it. Let me show you guys what it looks like from the back. yeah, thank you guys so much for watching. Don't forget to subscribe and share this video with your friends. And as always, I'll see you in the next one.